Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. Alright, guys, on this episode of Bullet Points, we are going to dive into the reaction around the ruling from California, which we covered last night. Now, if you're unaware, I'm going to do a brief synopsis here in a second in this article that we're going to reference, but I'm also going to show you some tweets from liberals, from state senators in California, but also from Shannon Watts. There's a very important theme that I want to draw together, and this is going to be a little bit of a hybrid video, and let me know what you guys think in the comments field below. Now I'm going to do a quick read from our sponsor who made this video possible, SDI, and then we're going to hit it hard on the other side, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think. Everything linked in the description box per usual. Let's get it. Now, I know a lot of you out there like to repair and upgrade your own guns. If you're looking for a way to take your hobby to the next level, Sonoran Desert Institute can help. The online programs at SDI cover armor courses, gunsmithing, ballistics, woodworking, and finishes, shooting sports management, and more. Plus, tools and materials are shipped to your door for hands-on practice. It's never been a better time to get an education you can actually use on the job, so what are you waiting for? Visit sdi.edu in the description box below, and thank you so much to SDI for making this week's videos possible. But now, let's walk through this, guys, because I'm going to do a brief synopsis on what happened, and then I'm going to show you the reaction, and there's some really positive things that they're alluding to here. Check this out. U.S. Appeals Court overturns California ban on semi-automatic rifle sales to under 21. Now, this is the recap portion, so if you missed it last night, this is kind of in a nutshell what happened. A federal appeals court ruled Wednesday that California's ban on the sale of semi-automatic rifles to adults younger than 21 was unconstitutional. That key phrase there, adults, so that's 18 to 21, okay? In a 2-1 decision, a panel of the U.S. Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals found that the Second Amendment, quote, protects the right of young adults to keep and bear arms, which includes the right to purchase them. 100% agree. That's pretty straightforward. But now, I want to start to show you where the gun control advocates are going. Check this out. Some gun control advocates have blamed the shift on Trump. You gotta blame Trump. Appointees taking seats in courts across the country and California in recent years, a sentiment shared Wednesday as well. Quote, Trump judges continue to shred the Constitution. State Senator Scott Wiener, Democrat, San Francisco, wrote on Twitter of the Ninth Circuit decision. Quote, the latest? 18-year-olds have a constitutional right to own mass killing machines. Okay. Let's just set up camp on this one for a second. Trump judges continue to shred the Constitution by enforcing the Constitution. Democrats in California passed an unconstitutional law based on emotion and their desires, not based on the constitutionality, and it got overturned because they crossed the line. So now, because they uphold the Constitution, because the Democrats crossed the line of the Constitution, they're shredding the Constitution. Or are they shredding your gun control dreams? There is a distinction. 18-year-olds have a constitutional right to own mass killing machines. 18-year-olds have a constitutional right because they're adults, just like they have a constitutional right to freedom of speech. But you don't hear them saying you have to be 21 for freedom of speech, do you? No, because it's not about the rights, it's about control. Let's keep going because I got a few more for you. But this is important. This piece right here. Eugene Volokh, a UCLA law professor who teaches about gun regulations, said the court's ruling was consistent with the idea, common across much of the U.S. law, that fundamental rights of adults in this country are generally conferred at 18, not 21. Quote, people in America generally have their rights starting at age 18, their full panoply of rights, he said. That's been the standard. In fact, in most other states, you can buy a rifle at 18. This is a big deal because across the rest of the country, you actually have rights starting at 18. But in California, because they violate them, they have to go through the law system to actually get, judicial system to actually get this gun. I got one more, and then we're going to look at the tweets because these people are unhinged. They do not understand what's happening. Adam Winkler, another UCLA law professor who focuses on Second Amendment laws, said he viewed the court's ruling as, quote, a harbinger of things to come, as federal courts take an increasingly broad view of the amendment. I would agree with that statement. Our gun rights are growing across the board. I cannot wait till the SCOTUS comes out. Quote, this ruling is just the first of many that will call into question many of the top agenda items of the newly re-energized gun safety movement, Winkler said, because the newly re-energized gun safety movement is unconstitutional. It's not about their feelings, it's about the constitutionality, and they're constantly violating it, which is why they're getting ice-cold water doused upon their dreams. But now, Let's look at a few of the tweets from some of these people that we're talking about here, because this is special. Shannon Watts. This ruling is dangerous and far outside the judicial mainstream. Age restrictions like California's have existed in this country for more than 150 years, and this decision should be overturned. So, Shannon Watts says 18 to 21 should have no constitutional rights, because age limits are totally the norm, even though the peers of these people in California can have a full pantheon of their rights. Pantheon? Whatever, they're not gods. A whole smattering of their rights, but that's not okay with Shannon because, again, it conflicts. Listens to some of the unhinged responses on Twitter. To my 13-year-old, hey son, while you're at the mall, pick me up an AK-47 and keep the change. Oh, and when you take it to school, keep it in your backpack so no one will see it. Oh, and don't forget your therapy appointment on Wednesday. Full of sarcasm, but stupid because you can't buy a gun unless you're 18. 13? Doesn't make sense, but it's not about sense. Let's go to another one. What the hell is this craziness? So then it's okay for someone under 15, under 10 to buy a gun? No. 18-year-old adults. Let's continue. Everything is going to in America. A federal appeals court struck down a California law prohibiting sales of semi-automatic firearms to anyone under 21 years of age. Again, no. 18-year-olds, adults, not under 21. A 7-year-old is not going to be buying a firearm. But again, it's not about logic, it's about emotion. And this last one, this is extra special. OMG, this Trump cult judge BS is too much. These idiot judges have zero common sense. Whatever happened to states' rights? Red states can do anything, blue states nothing? Okay, this is not a states' rights issue. This is a constitutional amendment that is in the Bill of Rights. This is a guaranteed right that you have. States cannot supersede a Bill of Rights item. It's not difficult. The other thing you're alluding to, we're not even going to touch on it. But that's what I wanted to bring to you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below, and I will see you tonight at the 9 p.m. segment. I'm Braden. See you later.